Hi, my name is C. Josephine Wilkins, and I am honored to be your guide. The theme that I want to dive more into this week is one in which I'm going to entitle Handing It Over. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, there are points in our lives when we get very overwhelmed with emotion, such as fear, doubt, anxiety, self hate, um, feeling very stuck, right? All these not so pleasant feelings. And it can feel very overwhelming and also lonely in these places of heightened emotion where you feel like you're lost, you're disconnected from people and from any type of help or guidance at all, let alone any clear relationship to your intuition. So, what I want to dive into more deeply this week is describing the practice of handing it over. So, when we are overwhelmed in emotion and we're not really sure how to get out of it or how just to let it run through us and keep moving forward in our lives in the direction of the way in which we're wanting to go, a really practical and powerful practice can be to just stop, take a moment, take a deep breath, and hand it over. What do I mean by that? I mean to soften, to open, to present and give your problem to the universe, to the divine, and say, I don't know how to deal with this, and I need help. Help. Sometimes I will just say it out loud. Help, help. Singing can be really great. Help, I need help. I'm feeling really angry or really upset or really anxious. Help. This can be a fun way just to lighten it up initially and just remind yourself that this will pass, but that you're in the process of handing it over, of giving your trouble, your concern, your worry to something larger, and remembering that you are part of something bigger that is here to assist and to guide you. And once you begin to do that, you can soften and you can become more acutely aware of the next step that is best for you to take in moving forward in the direction of where you want to go. The reason why I want to talk about this week is that I had a client share a story with me which was very moving and very inspirational and reminded me of the importance of this theme and the necessity of us to remember that we're part of something bigger and that there are energies and this massive, beautiful picture that we are in that is wanting to help us, that is wanting to guide us, that speaks to us through our intuition. And this is a client that I've been working with for a while now. And when he first came to me, it was because he needed some help with his joints. He had a lot of joint problems, and he was considering getting these very intensive, very expensive procedures to relieve these joint problems. And I was like, please, please, just try some yoga, and just avoid all of this all this work. And I got him excited about acupuncture as well. Anyway. He immediately started feeling relief, and a year later, he was able to avoid all form of surgery, and he also became deeply in love with the practice of yoga. Then he got very excited in meditation, which was really, really helpful for him in his spiritual practice as well, and also very helpful for him in dealing with his anxiety and his fear. So, flash forward to last week, he was just coming back from a business trip in which he was in a foreign country, and he said there were numerous times where he was, I mean, talk about literally out of your comfort zone, where people don't speak your language, where everything is different and foreign. He said there were many times that he felt his anxiety rearing its head. And he said that what helped him was a teaching that I had introduced him about 6 months ago, which is this practice of handing it over, that there are times where we can feel so in a state of overwhelm and we just have to hand it over. And so he told me that there were about 18, he said 17 or 18 times where he just stopped and took a deep breath and said, I don't know how to deal with this situation right now. I'm feeling so much fear, and I'm going to pray, and I'm just going to set the intention that as I hand this over, I will receive the guidance and the necessary solution will present itself on how to move forward. And he said every single time when he did that, he was able to receive a solution and receive guidance or connection to his intuition, which then led him to the next step that he was best to take for himself. So this was really inspiring for me to hear. It was really, really neat for me to just remind myself of how important it is for us to remember that we're not alone in this. And we have so much help and so much access to it. Our ego mind is going to want to try to figure it out and get it done, But if we can soften and open up and take a moment and take a breath and just hand it over, then we can become more aware and more open to the ways in which solutions are just waiting to come on in as gifts, as blessings, as coming in as certain people, however they manifest. But we are in a benevolent universe that when we view it as such, we can open up to the ways in which it is ready and waiting to guide us and bring us more joyfully forward on our path. I hope that this is immediately practical for your life. Keep practicing it and let me know how it goes. Sending lots of love. Namaste.